In this video, I will discuss two projects. The first project is the survey box. So in the future, there will be posts that have QR codes on them. And the idea is that when people walk by, they notice these posts and then they scan it with their phone and hopefully perform an activity. After doing these activities, you're going to most likely walk down this way and notice this survey box. And on this box, they can read the prompt and depress a button. The second project is a pedestrian counter. And the goal is to compare and contrast the foot traffic before they renovate this area. As you can see, it's a nice area, but it could use some improvement. The pedestrian counter prototype works with a motion detector, otherwise known as a PIR sensor. It has that purple cone to narrow the detection range to simulate a laser. When it counts a person or detects a person, it sends a signal, and that signal travels to this microcontroller, and that microcontroller then sends the data to an online database. The data sent to the database can be viewed on this online dashboard, or you can also download it as a CSV file. You can see now that the current node we're using is gate_01. The total count is 13, and we're going to have a guest demonstrate it working. Now I'm going to walk back to the computer to hopefully refresh the page. And it did count. The reason the total count went to 15 and not 14 is because right before I started filming, we did a test run, and I forgot to refresh the page after that test run. I will demonstrate the performance of the survey box by using this dashboard as a tool to verify that it is working. As you can see, the last press was at 11:55 a.m. today, May 19th. For demonstration, I will depress the yellow button labeled as calmer after mindfulness. I have to refresh the page. As you can see, the last button to press will be at the top of the list, and it was pressed at noon today. Also, if you look above under controls, there is a survey selector, and if I choose a different node, in this case that would represent a different box, you can see data for a different box that way. Also, you can change the day by clicking on the calendar, and that information will be reflected on the weekly chart. I choose a different week. You can see there's data there. There's no data there. If we look at the lifetime totals, you can see the last time it was depressed was on May 7th. And that would be this week, the 4th through the 10th. And that is why you only see on the weekly chart bars for that week. A common question people ask is, why is the box so large? The answer is that it's large to accommodate the size of the labels and buttons. The other question people ask is, why is the microcontroller all the way in the top right corner? The answer is, by putting it in the farthest spot inside the box, I know this cable assembly is long enough such that when future students modify the box or they add more stuff in it, they can rearrange the microcontroller and put it anywhere they want without having to redo any of the wiring. The holes for the external cables have not yet been drilled. Those holes will be determined by the connectors, and the connector chosen should be based on the diameter of the actual cable chosen. That blue cable is just an Ethernet cable, and that's not good for being outside as it's not UV resistant. The other thing is the placement of the holes, and those holes need to be in between those 2x4s. For a better view, the box can be moved to the side. The stand can be moved both ways as needed.